So this video right here is going to be really spaced up and bossed out because the first part is going to be filmed on my phone and the second part is going to be filmed on my camera because I didn't charge the camera the night before, so it's a little wonky. Not to mention I've been busy throughout the whole week, so this takes the course of over 2 days. Today down filming it would be 3 days. So see a little bit of process of me pulling the front end off of this and starting the prep on the grill, because I'm taking the most time consuming one and doing that first, because I know for a fact that grill needs a lot of work done to it because I kind of fucked it up the first time I painted it. So that's what I'm doing first, and as you see in the video, I'd go through a little bit of the process of it and then it'll switch from day to day of it. I only feel like 2 days. The first day I started sanding, and the second day, or not the second day, but the third day, which was today. And but I'm really excited to get this whole front end tore off because I cannot wait for this thing to look half-ass decent. This is my filler grill. This one's held on by 3 zip ties and screws on each side for the side markers right now. But got a new bumper, new bumper pieces. I gotta get some kind of mountain hardware or carriage bolts, get some work with that, but cannot wait. This thing will look pretty damn good when I'm done with it. I have the colors and everything picked out. I went ahead and tore the grill off because this stuff is really difficult to sand off this grill and all the nooks and stuff that I want to get in. I got a chrome grill, which I hate the chrome grills, but I had bought this one like 2 years ago. It doesn't fit, so I'm just going to zip tie it to the front end for now until I get all that worked up and everything. What this first part is going to be consisted of is a lot of sanding. A lot of sanding. So I'm going to start out with this on 180 because I don't want to go too low and then groove the plastic real bad, because the original time that this was painted, it was painted black right here and then silver on the inside. And when I went to paint it the first time this color, this has been repainted twice this color, I couldn't get off the black and silver because there was no clear coat on it. It was just paint. And so what I did was I took like paint thinner, put it on there, let it sit on there, and I took a pressure washer and tried to get it all off. And what it did to the plastic was ended up grooving it. As you can see along here, there's like little chunks, especially like right there. You can see it real bad going down the front of the grill, but hopefully get all that out. Right here you can really see all the imperfections from that pressure washer. This is what I was talking about. That's what we got so far after about probably 20 minutes. Okay, so this is gonna be day 2, or I guess day 3 now, because I didn't record the other day. I finished sanding it, so now what am I doing? What I'm doing now, where's it at? This JB Weld stuff, it's a filler. What I'm doing is, since the last time, I'm filling in the gaps from the holes in the pressure washer that I tried to use to get the paint off the first time I painted this grill. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm letting that dry, and the first coat, or first set of fill I'm putting in it, I'm gonna see how it looks, and if it needs to. It looks, to be honest, I think Autistic Monkey could have done better than I did. It'll still work. Okay, I'll go back over it if I need to. So a little update. That's what I got. It's still drying. It's like 30 minutes. It's been like 45, but I got that, everything. Set that on fire. Don't know why, but anyway, I've just been really chilling. And I hate these chrome grills so much. They're just ugly. I don't see how people can like these. Bumper offset. No, it's just, I hate chrome. I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, besides the wheels, that's one that can pass, because I mean, you can't not like chrome wheels, especially bullet holes. You're tweaking if you think that these don't look good. Oh, another thing. Alternator in the water pump belt decided to shred itself the other day. Buddy, what was the purpose of that? How did I make it home? Yeah, this is the belt right here. That was fun. I pulled up in the driveway right there, and I shut the truck off, and it was like a knocking noise, like a dot, 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 dot. I went inside. I was like, huh. I'm gonna go back out and check what that was. Grab my flashlight, and I looked under here, and like that's all usually like kind of moist anyway, because the power steering pump leaks. It's usually a little wet, but when I came off the porch right there, I walked over here, I'm like, that's wetter than usual. And popped the hood, and I looked down here, and I was like, Oh, and the belt was completely off of the alternator down there. And there's coolant everywhere right there. Yeah, that's all. Took off a little bit of paint off my header. That kind of makes me mad. Anyway, I was thinking about getting a polished one, and every time I say something about it, my buddy Evan's like, don't. You're wasting your money. You're just going to get covered in mud like this one is. So I just got a little bit of it sanded right here just to see what it would do. And it is sandable right now. I guess it's just the texture because it's kind of sticky still. But sanded a little bit right there with this, and it's starting to come out. So I'm going to take that as a go to go ahead and sand it. This is 320. After sanding that a little bit, I think it may be a little too smooth or too fine for it. So I'm gonna work a little bit with it and then maybe go down to 220 because I prepped it with 180. If I get tired of this and I don't think it's enough, I'm gonna go down to 220 and see what it is. I just want to try my best to do everything right this first time, because if this, I don't know if I said it before in the last video or the footage I got on the phone, but if I do this right the first time, that this is going to be my favorite, because I have an image in my head of exactly what I want it to be and what it looked like, and if it turns out that way that I'm thinking, I'm going to absolutely love it. Maybe, okay, that may have been too much. Whoops. Yeah. But if you go too fast, it just spazzes out, so I'm probably going to have to refill that. I don't like this. I may go down to a lower grit because I feel like you build up too much heat and then it just moves it. So I don't even know if it said you could paint over this. Hold on. Fuck, I forgot I burned it. Shit. So this is a sheet of 220. I got like a quarter way through this with the 320. I'm like, yeah, that's not enough. It's just the 320 doesn't have enough grit, and that if you go too fast, that it builds up enough heat and it just starts moving it around and doesn't really sand it. So I'm gonna try this 220. If this 220 ain't enough, then I'm just gonna go back down to 180 and just be very careful with what I'm doing. So the 220 is working pretty well. This upper portion right here, so right there in front of my thumb, it's leveled it out a lot. It's been about 10 minutes of sanding. It's a lot better than the 320, and I think I'm gonna stay right here at 220 and just take my time with it, because this I don't want to go down too low and end up just scraping it off. So I'm just gonna stay at 220 and just take my time with it and go up and down. But it is doing pretty decent. So I think I'm just gonna have to refill the gaps here and there that I messed up with the last 320 paper that I used, and just go from there with that. So after like a whole 2 hours, I finally got this 99% done. Everything is filled in, all the divots and holes that were in this plastic filled in. You can see right here, it's filled in. Right now, I'm happy with how it looks. I gotta fix this spot up here I was talking about earlier. I mean, that shouldn't take too long. But sanding, I done hit everything with 220. After that, after the 180. And after hitting everything with 180, the past couple days of sanding it, just to get it down to the plastic, I just went over it with 220, so it should be good. Debating whether or not to just go to 320 or if I'm just going to go straight to 600 just to get everything full. But it's done for the most part. So this broke. So I'm fixing to glue that back together. Now, I'm really excited for this because I started this like 3 months before prom, because ours is in March. I want to have it all done. So I'm ordering, not only am I painting the whole front end, but I'll show you in a second. But everything's getting painted on there, along with I'm getting probably 4 to 6 more lights for it to clear up the shadows that are sitting underneath the truck. I'm gonna get a smaller amp for it because that amp is freaking 2 feet long, so I don't need that. I may get another head unit because that one's a little old. Hopefully I'm trying to get a steering wheel because I'm getting tired of that one. A PRP wheel or a Sparkle wheel, the L77. Been looking at that one. That one's been in my favor a lot. I should clean this off first. Anyway, that dries. I love this glue right here. The blue cap Grille glue. Oh my gosh, it's insanely strong for no reason. What? No joke. the two that are sitting underneath the cardboard port right here for my rock lights, and the sits and the rear wheel wells are held on by this glue. The stuff dries relatively quick, so you can sit here and just mess with it, just not too much. But I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna try and fill in that spot a little bit. After I wipe it down with the thing of alcohol, I'm gonna fill the spot in a little bit more, and then save the sanding for later because I gotta head to work in a bit. But that should be should be good for now. But that should be all for now. As of today, start filming the next day I get the chance to work on it. But as of right now, I'd say I'm pretty happy for what I ended off today. It'll be definitely something to look forward to. But now and then I'll probably start posting a little bit of what I've been doing to this over here within the next 2-3 days, and see where I'm at then. But for right now, that's all.